nilisikia hiyo ni nini? Pengine ni mbwa. Kuangalia hivi sits my cousin, that cousin of mine, the guy, akanimwagia, kitu. At that time I was calling it kitu. And at that time my clothes zina flame but woni moto.
Sometimes in life, when you move towards your future, your past still tries to catch up with you and try to destroy you. Now today we have a story of Jane Award, a lady who walked out of her abusive marriage thinking that this would be her first and fresh start. But then what she did not know is that her husband was not done with her yet. And today she's here to share with us a story of victory and someone who starts afresh from the ground up. Karibu sana.
Asante.
Jane, first of all, it's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Sana kwenye show.
Thank you.
Tell us about your childhood. Where do you come from? How was your upbringing?
I'm the firstborn of 4 children. My 2 sisters and a brother.
Yeah.
And I was raised in the 90s, and we had strict parents.
Yeah.
Punishment was the norm, and like we were used to it. But above all, our family was this humble family. We went to church together. We would talk issues, so it was, I loved it.
Yeah.
After experiencing something bad, but when you're in there, you feel maybe there's something better. Yeah.
So after schooling and everything, did you specialize in any course? Did you tell us a little about that?
Yeah, while I was growing up, I was the good girl. I had my own principles, and I had set up goals for myself. So I studied law.
Wow.
Yeah, and while I was studying law, I was like, I don't want to have a boyfriend. I don't want any distractions.
You're focused.
I'm focused. Yes. So I was really focused until college, university and all that. Yeah.
That's when you met this man now.
Yeah, I met him when I was in college now. Because in my diary I'd written, I want to have a boyfriend when I'm 19. So I'm 19.
It's time.
It's time. Yeah.
How was it? Is there any specific character that you are looking for in a man? A specific one, maybe?
Yeah, as a girl born and bred in the 90s, the only character I would look for was maybe soft-spoken, God-fearing, handsome, tall, dark, but no, mine was tall, brown, because of the color difference. So I wanted tall, brown, handsome man who would take care of me, love me, buy me gifts and all that. Yeah.
Did you get that?
No.
Right from the onset?
Right from the onset.
What is it about this person that drew you to him?
He was handsome, and he had hidden behavior. He was a quiet person. So I thought, being an ambivert, I can socialize and I can also be quiet. Yeah. He was different. He was an introvert. And I loved that about him, because I thought, now that you're an introvert, you'll be mine and mine alone. And we will walk the journey together. You're my first boyfriend, and I don't want to have any other, because that's my principle. Yes.
Wow. And so how long did this dating phase last? And while you were dating, were there any red flags that you saw at that point?
Okay, in our time while we were being raised, things like red flags. Now, I am exposed, I know what red flags are. There were a lot of red flags, but I was in love, and I didn't want to hear any other thing. I have my cousin and a sister who really didn't like my boyfriend, because this is a guy who would not buy me gifts. He was always broke, like, sai sina kazi, nikipata kazi. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
So you understood his situation.
I understood the situation, and he didn't like to socialize with other people, you know. He didn't have he didn't have friends. And we dated for quite some time, for about 6 years, while I was still in my parents' home.
Yeah.
And he felt that it was not proper. He really wanted to let me study, you know, nataka usome. And he was like, me, Aki, if you get pregnant now or anything, sina pesa ya kukupeleka shule, so just chill, I'll wait for you. So as a girl, I was like, wow, he's waiting.
Man,
yeah, he'll wait for me.
At what point were you both ready for marriage now? And what happened?
When I completed my degree in law, and he was like, he's ready for marriage. He's ready to really talk to my parents about marriage. And he really feels that I'll go to the Kenya School of Law while I'm married.
Yeah.
You know? He came home and introduced himself. And my parents are so receptive. You know, and at that time, my parents had relocated now from Nairobi to Migori. So they were so receptive. Oh, okay, nimpole, ana maneno mingi. And my mom is seeing beyond that. Ananita kwa jikoni kuja. Mtu mwenye ananyamaza hivi unaona kama
So your mom has that sixth sense.
Yes, and she would call me, Jen, hebu kuja. Huyu mtu mwenye ananyamaza hivi mbona anaona kile mama unakaangaje? Si dada shamkubali. Ai, ninakubali lakini. So yeah, alikuwa anakubali because of my dad.
Yes, because
ataki maneno. Hey, okay, sawa. So my dad told him what he wanted. He was like, at that time he was a small-scale businessman, and he didn't have enough. He wasn't making enough. So my dad was like, if you really love my daughter, I still want to tell you, umesema una pesa and all that, but you'll have to leta ng'ombe, you know, tufanye traditional marriage, then we arrange for a wedding. He was raised by a single mom. The dad died. We will help you. Yeah, we will help you because my daughter is in it now, and now you'll become a son.
Wow.
Yeah, so we will assist you to get someone you love. So my dad shielded him so much. Unajua with traditional marriages, there are some questions uncles ask, you know, utalisha aje huyu msichana, and my dad would, you know, defend. Yeah, so akalipa dowry, and we had a wedding arrangement. We arranged for a wedding, church wedding, which went on successfully. He had to look for money. We also looked for money, and we merged. Then we had our white wedding.
At this point, how was the relationship between you and his people, now your in-laws?
In-laws walikuwa wamenipenda.
You think that's a red flag?
Hiyo time sikuwa najua ni red flag.
This is it, I've belonged here now.
The only thing tulikuwa tunasikia tukiwa campus like, hey, mother-in-laws huku nje, So mi wangu amenipenda. Wangu si amenipenda.
So ukafanya wedding?
Nikafanya wedding.
White wedding?
White wedding. And the only people who came from his family was his mom and uncle.
His mom and uncle, 2 people?
Yes, his mom, his uncle, and now the wife to the uncle, 3 people.
What do you mean? How big was this wedding?
Very big. So many people came because
And this is not during COVID time, so we won't excuse that.
No, it was in 2012. I got married, very young girl.
Jane.
3.
You did not ask a question?
I did. My dad did. Why are only 3 people? Like, no, like most of people wametoka wako mbali, sijui nini, you know. Sawa basi. So the uncle ndio ali stand in for the dad. Yeah, and the mom now.
So in short, you had one person. And these others were the escort.
In short, yes, these others were the escort.
Okay. At this point, the wedding just goes smoothly. And
the wedding went on smoothly. You know, the normal ups and downs are wedding hizo za kawaida, but it went on. I was head over heels in love, you know. Yes, and he was too. I don't know, because ni mtu alikuwa serious. So ujui kama amefurahi sana kama ko head over heels. Mimi nilikuwa nasema mimi na understand.
You still wanted
najua this boy. Najua kufanya kazi na yeye. Huyu bwanako hata si smile. Ati anakuanga hivyo. He's happy. Ana smile, but you know, unajua it's different. With us ladies, happiness is seen in your face. True. But with him it's like you know, akismile kidogo tu. Yeah. Yeah.
So the wedding ends.
The wedding ends. We are booked. Actually, it was Airbnb, but your time ikuwa na jina. It was just a place we spent the night to go to honeymoon, which was also sponsored by my dad's friend. So that night, you know, consummation. You're like, guy, finally. It's like, ujue mistaki watoto sai.
That's your first night after.
Yes.
Is he giving reasons why he does not want?
Yes, he gave me reasons. It was like, you know, we still want to. No, we don't want kids now. Let's enjoy our life. What our watoto wakuje at the right time when we both financially stable, we can take care of. Like, enyewe, sawa basi.
And you agreed.
I agreed. So at this time, before the wedding, he decided that we will start our life in Migori. You know, he pia alikuwa hama to Migori. So he asks me to look for a house before now the wedding, where if we come from Mwanza, we will. I look for this house. Nikalipa caretaker, and caretaker kakula pesa. So we've gone to Mwanza. Sikujua. We've gone to Mwanza, and I get a call from. Actually, he called the caretaker because he asked me, now we are like 2 days to coming back to Migori. Ati now what we'll do, we'll have to get to Migori earlier. Twende tuone ile nyumba. We'll call vitu presents zilikuwa you know, we're starting a fresh start, like everything, hakuna anything kwa hiyo nyumba. So hadi mattress, kitanda tulinunuliwa on the wedding day. So he's like, okay, you'll call this guy alikuwa ametuwekea vitu zetu from the church, and you tell him atulete mattress na aweke kwa hiyo nyumba. You tell him where the house is. So I call the caretaker ashike simu.
Because anajua vile amefanya.
Oh Lord. Nikamwambia, you know what? Caretaker is not picking my calls. Atina, see, you know where the house is? I'm like, yeah, I know where the house is. Tukafika. Caretaker ashike simu. Nyumba ndio hii, imefungwa, tunachungulia tu hivi. You know what this man did? Nilikuwa nimemshika mkono hivi. Achana na mkono yangu. Mshakula pesa na caretaker.
Ushaingizwa kwa mixed. No, like, victim bado.
No, I didn't. I can't do that. Now we had to go to Mbita, where he operated, because caretaker ashike simu, hakuna key.
So hakuna
venye. Hakuna, siwezi rudi kulala home.
Yeah, you're a newlywed.
Yes.
Oh Lord.
So we went to Mbita. This man didn't talk to me for 1 week.
So this is how many days after your wedding?
This is 1 week after our wedding. See, we went for honeymoon for 1 week.
Treatment ishaanza.
Yes. 1 week. So I'm begging him, please, I don't have money. I wish I had. Ati utatafuta hiyo pesa. Look for that money. You know how much it was? 10K. I had to call his friend to intervene. Tushaanza.
1 week into the marriage.
1 week. So the friend offered to pay 5 and tukarudi. We looked for another house somewhere and tukaingia. So marriage has officially started. He's still working where? In Bita. So tukahama that same day, like when we came, we looked for a house, we paid, we brought our things from wherever they were stored. Tukaset nyumba. He stayed in for 1 day and left.
From Bita.
Yes, anaenda kufanya biashara. Loneliness ishaanza. But still niko na hiyo guilt, I'm happy I'm married. At 23 nimeanza, you know. Actually I was 22. Yeah.
To be clear.
Nimeshinda watu wengine. Niko focused. I want to go to KSL as young as I am. By 25 nimeanza ku practice. You know?
Yeah.
So he'll go and come back after 1 week. He'll go and come back after 1 week. He would leave me pesa kidogo, about sometimes 500.
For the whole week?
For the whole week.
Where?
500. 300. Simu imeharibika, utajipanga. Sasa now I have to look for my friends. Ati, unisaidie simu, I need to call my husband. Tusiambie bwanako kununulie simu. Ataninunulia.
Unamcover tu.
He'll buy for me.
So at this point, are you regretting maybe getting married or any decisions you made at that point?
At that point, I still had a big heart. Yes.
You were hoping things would turn around.
Yes, I still had a big heart.
Okay.
And I wanted to prove the society wrong. Society being my sister, who is my cousin and a friend, and my mom, and now church members.
Yeah.
Then, you know, Migori is a small town. I'm a PK, preacher's kid. Mtoto wa pastor, in fact, bishop. Mtoto wa bishop ameolewa.
You have to maintain that.
You have to maintain that status. Mtoto wa bishop akiolewa na kaa kwa marriage. So I want to be an example. To my sisters, I want to be an example. So, you know, I had all these people to prove wrong.
Yeah.
So the only person, like, I was free with our spiritual father and mother. Sasa, who nurtured us, who talked to us about marriage. Yeah, so I called her one day. Niko na njaa. And I told her my predicament, and she was like, okay, we'll have to talk to your husband.
To him, yeah.
So they call him and he comes. And he explains himself. He knows how to explain himself. Gosh.
He came ready.
After 1 week, unajua, this man has bought a motorbike. He was so good with business. Hiyo naye nimempatia plus. He's so good. After 1 week, asha buy motorbike. Then the wife to now this bishop, my spiritual mother, tells me, so see, this is a hard-working young man. You know, you have to give him time. You know, hata sisi venye tulianza tulikuwa tunalala kwa mattress chini. In fact, tulikuwa tunalala kwa jamvi. You're better off. You've started with a 5x6 bed, you know, sitting room. You're good. 1 week ashaninunulia TV 40-inch placed there. So later, my dad also calls us. And he's like, okay, I wanted to meet you guys maybe in a hotel somewhere, and we talk, and he says his problems, what he wants, and my dad is like, I'm ready to fund you. I want the best for you people.
Yeah.
So what we'll do, I'll take a loan and give it to you for your business. I'll strategize business, ikaingia vizuri, and my dad was very ready to sponsor him. So my dad sponsored him, akampe pesa, very good amount of money. Then he started some fish business, which was lucrative.
Wow.
Yeah. Sasa, kanza. So, as an extent, sasa, he's coming from now Mbita to Muhuru Bay, the shores penye anaweza pata samaki. So Mbita, so safari yake ilikuwa Mbita, Homa Bay, Muhuru Bay. So my dad is like, my daughter is okay, my daughter is fine. Unajua naachwa nje kwa hii nyumba.
Wewe hii pesa iku benefit?
Hii pesa ini benefit.
Na ukimuuliza anasema inaenda.
Nikimuuliza ananiambia, wewe uelewi biashara, you're not a business lady. Are you? Wewe umezoea tu kufanya kazi na unalipwa.
This is tough.
Do you know this man sometimes? This time I'm hustling, sijapata kazi. Na nikipata ni kidogo, maybe just doing an agreement, you know, drafting an affidavit, unapatiwa commission. Hizi ni kazi ndogo. Now I had started doing them behind his back. So inside anajua na sina kazi. Na hakuwa anataka nipate kazi. Hakuwa anataka nifanye kazi, in short.
That's another red flag.
Yes, hakuwa anataka nifanye kazi. I was pretty, my friend. He sat me down and told me, I'm trying to figure out this business of mine. Ndio uende you should ulikuwa unasema. But for now, nataka ukae kwa nyumba. Reason, naona watu wana, what he used, naona uko na macho kavu. That means I'm preying on men. Because sometimes you will come, you will find nimeshuka nywele.
Okay.
He doesn't want to question where I got the money, but he's like, okay.
So he won't give you money for salary?
He won't give me money for salary.
But it's a problem if you go.
But it's a problem.
Okay.
So kind of instances. There are instances I got so broke. At her pads, I could not afford in my house.
And if you tell him still?
If you tell, there's a day I became crazy. Because the wife to my spiritual father alikuwa namtetea sana. You know, your face alikuwa namtetea. Akimpigia, hey mom, tunaendelea salama. Mtoto wangu ako sawa, you know. Sasa this day sina place ya kupata pad, sijapata hizo makazi zangu ndogo. I call him. Hi, you told me you're coming today. Yes, niko kwa garage. So I have a request. When you come along, unilete pads. Sanitary towels. Ati sina pesa. So I asked him, uko na pesa kutengeneza gari? Lakini 50 shillings. Pads ilikuwa 50 shillings in 2013. Yeah. 50 shillings uwezi niletea na ati sitaki kelele. Ningoje nikuje. I called the wife to the bishop. Nikamwambia, mom, I'm in need of sanitary pads. I was trying to show her something. Like, hi, ujanunuliwa? I'm like, sina. And this man doesn't want me to leave. He's in Migori. Amepeleka gari garage. What? Akanitumia 500. Use that, buy pads, nini. So when this guy comes, I bought pad nika feature. When this guy comes, I'm expecting him to give me pads. In fact, it will be somebody who will come. This somebody you've not seen at her for 2 weeks. You're like, hey, honey, unajifanya aje?
Oh my goodness. This is your husband.
Yes. You know, unajifanya aje? Hata kujifanya hivyo. Sawa basi. umeniletea chini nilikuomba. Umeanza na kelele. I don't know what's wrong with you people who think have gone to school.
Oh my.
I don't know what's wrong with you people. Si ulisoma? Sasa hiyo ni nini pia unaomba?
Do you realize at this point you were being financially abused?
I was being financially abused.
Yes, even emotionally abused.
I was being financially abused and emotionally abused.
Also freedom. You can't go to work.
I can't go to work. I can't... What? I forgot this part. Immediately we got married. Kwa honeymoon. Akaniambia, we've started a new life. He's telling me in a good way. Narcissist, eh? We've started a new life. And you have friends who are not married. It's good you stay away from them. And she wakukuwa nasikizana na my cousin at all. So she was the first person he wanted me to cut out.
Yeah.
This is a person who could come into the house na nanipata na a friend. He will pass hadi kwa bedu bila kusalimia huyo mtu. As a visitor, si utaamka tu uende.
Hapa huko welcome.
Then you go to the bedroom like, why didn't you say to my friend, what did I tell you? I don't like people who don't listen. So these are rules we set. These are rules we set. And we set them together with you. So something else creeps in. I want a child. So he doesn't want a child, but he wants to make it feel like I'm the problem. Hizi pesa zangu tu ndogo ndogo, you know? I went to the gynecologist and I was done for all these tests. And he was like, you're okay. You're okay. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what you need to do, you need to come with your husband. You need to come with your husband so that we can do, you know, we can also test.
Yes.
Yeah. And I tell him, okay, I was at the gynecologist today. Kama pesa yake kuenda hapo, ana shida. You know, he was also stingy. This is what he told me. That, okay, so you started announcing.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like,
yes.
So what's the correct?
You started announcing. I ain't going to any gynecologist. I am fine. In fact, niliambiwa, I was told by a friend that where umenona you can't get, you know, like he used the exact words. You know, I was big then. I think sijui ni mimi nikiwa na stress I get bigger. Sasa nikajua shida ni mimi.
Ulimbelieve actually.
Nilijua shida ni mimi. Stress imeendelea. Unajua zinajipile.
Yeah.
They are piling. So this particular day I decided to go. I had done my hair, so you know, at least nimeficha shida kidogo. With my money, not his money. So I visit my mom. My mom looks at in my eye and tells me, "Are you okay?" Like, huyo mtu anakutreat vizuri? Like, yeah. Anajaribu, ni vile tu he's never here. So hiyo tu, I'm just bored, you know. Would you like your sister to come visit you? Because my sisters were young. Actually, when I got married, our youngest sister was about 1 year old.
Okay.
Yeah. So, can I bring Michelle? I'm like, no. Because najua, mtoto atashinda njaa. Like, no, it's okay. Acha nijiorganize. Then, nitakuja kumchukua. So my mom gives me this, you know, ananisindikiza, ananipatia mboga, ngwashe, you know. Si nimetoka kumvisit. Going home, this is my husband. I find him. Like, umetoka wapi? I went to see mom. Alikuwa anataka kuniona. Okay. Amekupatia, ulienda kumtangazia venye unalala njaa.
Kwa hivyo anajua kwamba hakutoshelezi food wise. And you're not
I don't want these things here. I won't eat anything from your home. I don't like a woman who goes out and start announcing how we are sleeping hungry. Like, this is my mom. She would give, hata kama ningekuwa millionaire, she will do that.
Still do it, yeah.
I don't want. Hizo chakula, you get to find where you keep them. Not in my house.
So what did you do with it?
I took the food and took it to my friend. There's a friend of mine alikuwa anaishi hapo karibu.
So ata provide ya replace hii.
I went, took them to my friends.
And then?
Nikarudi. We are not talking. His emotions were...
But is he replacing the food you've given away? You don't have food. What's the solution?
Yeah, senyako. He
Okay,
would buy
good.
rice, you know. Sometimes I will tell him, nimemiss nyama. Like, mi napenda mboga. Kula
Like
mboga.
your opinion is not important.
Yeah, we'll eat mboga. Fast forward, times anataka ninyoe nywele. Ukimwomba pesa nyoe hiyo nywele yako. You know? Our intimacy became zero. You know? Because this person, ukona moods, he's not speaking.
At what point did it get so bad you decided this is not going to work?
There's this friend of mine, she would come, we watch, then we go prepare lunch at her place. You know, this particular time, ajui kwa nini nakaa, like hadi 7 or 8, you know. She was just good. She was just a nice friend. We kuja tukule pamoja. You know, kupika peke yako is not, and she's not even asking you, sasa wewe leo leta yako, no. So on this day, I just sat down and I was like, you know what? I need to tell you something. Since my husband left, he left me with nothing. I want us to go back to my house. I want you to see something.
Yeah.
And we went. She went to the kitchen, kwa fridge, very big, double door, iko na maji. Cabinets za kitchen, iko na chumvi na majani. So I told him, okay. I told her, this is the reason why I eat at your place. I've tried calling this man, he's not picking my calls.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, what are you planning to do? I cried. I told him, you know what? I am done. I am done. If I don't leave today, kesho utapata kama niko sawa, utapata nimekufa. I am just done, nimefika hapa. Then she's like, why don't we call him using my phone? And we called him, and he picks. And I'm like, you know what? You left me without anything. What do you want me to do? Nilibeba sufuria. Nilibeba gas. Gas iko. It's filled. It's full. No. So I asked him, do you want me to drink water? I told him, you know what? I'm leaving. Alikuwa anajua, Jena ataenda mahali. I think in his heart. Sawa bas, kama unatoka. You know, that's what he told me. Sawa bas, kama unatoka, make sure you leave me the key. Penye tunacha.
He does not care that you're leaving.
I told my friend, I'm done. I'm packing. Ati, guy, that's what's wrong with your man? Guy, hey. So she's helping me to pack. She's like, tuchukue TV. I'm like, I don't want anything.
You're done.
I want peace. I don't want anything that will make him come back to me. I don't want. I pack my things. My bag, my Bible, my certificates, I pack them. Then before then, I called my mom. I told my mom, and I'm weeping, and she's like, okay, relax. So what you do, before you come, go to your spiritual parents, then see if he can be called. I was like, okay. Then I call my spiritual mom, and I tell her, and I'm crying, and she's like, okay, we kuja. Nikaenda. I tell her, and I'm weeping, and she's like, ai. And I'm like, tunaweza tarudi kwa hiyo nyumba sahi. And na sio njaa peke yake ndimenitoa. And so many other issues. Yeah, there are some, I used to tell her. And so many other issues. You know, mom. She's like, okay, we need to talk to him. He was called, he's like, he's busy. 2 weeks, he comes. And they talk to him and we are cancelled, and they ask him, why are you really doing this? Like, no, I want her, but she doesn't understand me. She doesn't understand me. She doesn't want to understand. Like, Jane, why are you leaving? Then I'm so candid. Like, I'm leaving because of this and this and this and this and this. You know. Then they ask him, do you want her? It's like, that's what he did. Yeah, but I want her to go to her home. Nataka aende kwao. Tarudi kumchukua nikiwa ready. Why? Anahanya, like, is she fornicating? No, she's not. Does she know how to cook? She does. Then why don't you want her? I just want to rest. Aende kwao. I'll take her to her home.
It's the tone form.
Yes.
What?
Yes. This is what he told. This is what he told the bishop. When I will want her back, I will go and pick her.
This is someone's daughter.
Yes. Then the bishop asks him, do you know the repercussions? Like, you take someone's daughter back to their home, yeah? Then, like, do you know you're starting something you will not finish? This lady came here because she was protecting you from all the parents, and the dad will not take it lightly. Yeah. You know. Ati, wacha tu aende. Nitarudi kumchukua siku yenye nitakuwa ready. Hey, nililia. Kai, nimekuwa gunia. Mimi nafukuzwa tu, enda siku yenye nitakuwa ready, siku yenye nitaona nakutaka utarudi. Sawa. So nikachukua suitcase yangu in his car. The bishop is like, now wewe ndo utampeleka. So wewe ndo unataka aende kwao. Now in his car, Jane, take your bag. I took my bag, nikaweka kwa boot. And you know, all this time, the bishop is like, now later, he was telling me, you know, all this time I was like, maybe you'll reach somewhere in the middle of the road and you'll be like, hey Jane, stuck easy jokes. Ebu tuende kwa nyumba, you know.
Alikufikisha home.
Alinifikisha home.
Akaambia wazazi wako why?
Na aliongea now. He didn't. Your time, our home was designed in a way that it was a home there and structures of the gate, but the gate was not there. So ni mtu tu unakuja tu unaingia, and he came in and turned the car and he came out and told me, okay, tumefika kwenyu. Like, yeah, najua. Akatoa bagi yangu, akaeka hapo chini kwa stair, and he drove off. My mom helped me take my bag inside. And my dad prayed, you know, like calming me down because nalia. Hata sijui, I think hizo emotions sasa nakumbuka tu venye nimeteseka ama nimetoka jela ingine. Now I'm free. By that time sikuwa naona nikaa niko free. Nilikuwa naona hii ni madharau nafanyiwa haki. Hii ni aibu gani? You know. So he prays and he tells me, okay, just go inside. Everything will be okay.
Yeah.
And you know, the same thing he has done, he will do it to so many women. Yeah, you'll not be the first one. You are special to me. That's what my dad told me. I'm happy you've come. You're okay. Yeah. Just be strong.
Yeah.
Take your time. Don't worry. Just go inside and rest. My mom is there looking at me. Ataki hata sasa kuongea. You know, old parents would like, si nilikuambia? So nilijua. Hata alishindwa kuongea. Yeah. So time went on, and a few months my dad is like, okay, I want you to go somewhere and exhale. No, I want to pay for you. A trip. Just go to Mombasa. And he calls my cousin friend, ule mwenye, yeah. And my cousin was like, yeah, of course, why not? We'll go to Mombasa. We went to Mombasa. And I posted, nimeanza kuheal. So I'm like, hey, new life. And I post, call.
From him?
Yes. Unafanya nini huko? I'm like, I didn't think you care, do you? Do you like care? Ati, unajua wewe ni bibi ya mtu.
How now?
Nikamuliza, the last time I thought ulinirudisha kwetu. So I don't have anything to explain to you. Usinipigie simu. Nikamblock. He calls me the next day na namba ingine. Hao wanaume unalala nao utakuja ku regret. I'm not sleeping with any man. I was just having fun.
Yeah.
Nikamwambia, I don't care what you think. I don't care about you. So wachana na mimi. I came back from Mombasa. Now I start hearing, there's this cousin of mine, we were like close, but he was a guy. He called me. Like, oh really? He did. What did he say? He's like, now that you've practiced as a lawyer, you want to take his, his property, he knows you, he knows you'll file for property. I'm like, I don't want anything from that. I don't want, even the ones that we bought with him, I don't care. I don't want anything that belongs to that man. I want my peace. After a few weeks, I get a text. In Swahili, unafikiria utaweza kuchukua mali yangu? Mmoja wetu basi ataweza kuona hiyo mali. Na sio mimi.
Threats.
I kept quiet with it. I shared with now this other cousin of mine. Now the guy. Nilipata hii message. Go back and tell him. Because wewe ndio unaona bado unaongea na yeye. Go back and tell him I don't want anything that belongs to him. He'll have them. Ata ngombe akitaka, we'll organize. We'll arrange. He'll get them.
Arudishiwe mali yake.
Arudishiwe. Mwambie hivyo. Just tell him.
By ngombe you meant the dowry he paid?
Yes. The dowry.
You wanted him to come and...
Yeah, I was like, if he wants them, if he feels it was at all, like, he should get them back.
Yeah.
Yeah, time went on, like, about 2 weeks, I'm home. And my mom calls me, tells me, okay, I want you to go. Our African setup of kitchen. There is an outside kitchen. Hata kama nyumba inatoshana aje. Kuna tu kajikoni ka nje. So my mom sends me outside. Jane, go get the jiko from outside. We'll prepare your sister tea ya kesho. So I go. I carry the jiko like this. Then I hear footstep. Nilisikia hiyo ni nini? Pengine ni mbwa. Nikitoka na jiko hivi. It's something happened so fast. It happened so fast, Yvonne. I can't explain it to you, but it was like a flash. Kuangalia hivi sits my cousin, that cousin of mine, the guy. Akanimwagia, kitu. At that time I was calling it kitu. I call him, I left the jiko, I'm screaming, going back to the other house. My parents are confused. And at that time, my clothes, zina flame, but woni moto. What is this? What is it? Hata mimi niko confused na Lia, my mom is confused. Ananimwagia maji na anaogopa, because I don't even, personally pia mimi sijui ni nini imenifanyikia, but all I know is my cousin amenimwagia kitu. At first I thought it was hot oil. The next thing, nguo zangu ndio zinajikunja. Like flaming na hakuna moto. My dad rips off my clothes. Nikafunga leso. Mbio hosi. Tukifika hosi, they're like, no, hii ni acid. This is acid. Wakaanza kunimwagia sasa maji. But it's like it was too late. Mungemwagia maji. My dad is like, we didn't even know what it was. Hata victim mwenyewe ajui ni nini amemwagiwa. So we didn't know what to do. We didn't know tukimwaga maji itaongezeka or you know. So hapo ndio sasa another new life.
You have left an abusive marriage, then your past catches up with you. Do you know who sent this person to do this?
At first I didn't know.
Okay.
At first I was like, hey, I was asking myself, I mean, I'm crying in this hospital bed.
You're in pain.
Why is he doing this to me? Kwani nimemfanyia nini? Nalia. Now, my dad organizes, akaenda kashikwa. Actually, alipatikana kama anatoroka. You know, in Migori, it's in the border. So Tanzania is just next. Anybody does something bad, anaruka. So alipatikana kama anataka kuvuka. And he was also like abusing his wife. So I was like, ama ananifanyia hivi jujuzi nilimgombanisha, because there was this day the wife really complained. He strangled him and he strangled the wife, and the wife was pregnant. Hadi akazaa. You know, yeah. So the wife calls me in hospital and tells me, you know what your cousin did? He did this and this. I'm like, hey. So I went, nikamgombanisha. If you don't want her, please don't. Usimfanye venye nilifanya, please. Just let her go, please. So I was like, is he doing this to me because nilimgombanisha? So later on, he started now opening up. And now the messages, you know, you remember the messages?
The threats.
The threats. Ndio zikaanza kukam fresh. Okay. Because a few weeks, he had some money. He had money from nowhere. Na hajalipwa. So
something happened.
Yeah. So he was paid to do that.
Did he ever confess to you that for sure this is what happened?
He can't confess because he denied it in court. But he did it.
People saw him do it.
I saw him do it. I the victim, saw him do it. And he had marks like this. Actually, up until now. Marks, yes, you know, when he splashed, some of them splashed back at him. The wife is the one who like now spilled the beans and was like, she was like, you know what, there's a time I saw your husband in my house, like, yeah, like twice. Yeah. Then there's this day I had them say, twende kwa bank, you know. I go, okay. So this is what happened. At that time, I'm in hospital. Yeah. My journey now, my new home.
So when you're in the hospital, are they telling you to what extent this damage has been done to your skin?
Yes, it was 40%. Yeah, it's way over, you know, this side, back up here, uku. It was 40% burn.
How long did you spend at the hospital trying to heal?
I stayed in hospital. I stayed for 1 year and about 3 months. Then after that 1 year, 3 months, it was in and out of hospital, small corrective surgeries. The major corrective surgeries, 1 year, 3 months. Now the small ones, check-up, macho nini, about 2 years. I was a friend to the hospital. Eyes? Yes, it did. I'm mono-eyed, actually. I use one eye to see. This other one was damaged. Kabisa.
So sorry. At this point, when you're trying to heal your physical wounds, you still have emotional ones.
Yes.
You're trying to heal.
Yes.
How are you dealing with this? How are you trying to, you know, face another day and give yourself another chance to live?
I wasn't. Every day I would not wake up to another day. And when the series of surgeries will come, I would pray. I would tell God. You know, I was imagining from this beautiful girl, how will I face the world with burns on my face? I can't. I won't. I don't think. So there's this particular day I was talking to some nurse. I think she was counseling me. And I'm telling her, is there a way mnaweza kadunga tu mtu na kufe? Like, what? What are you asking? No, we are not allowed to do that. I'm telling her, look at me, I'm a wretch. Sasa mi nitaenda wapi? Mi hata sitaipona. Why don't you guys just make it easier for my parents? No, there is no money. My insurance, I used to pay the insurance hapa kule, saa zingine silipi. So it's not really up to date. Kaniambia, no, we don't do such thing. So every time I will go for anesthesia, I'm like, hey, see, wanidunge tu na nikufe and I don't come back. Or just something happens, you know? I don't want to come back.
How did you start your healing journey, and where are you at now in life?
Whilst in hospital,
Yeah.
I had now my cousin, that cousin sister of mine, immaculate. She has a heart of gold. And my grandmother, they were the ones taking care of me in hospital.
Yeah.
So my grandmother is saved, and my cousin also, she just encourages me, and she'll not look at me whenever it was her turn to take, because they used to take turns, like 2 weeks, yeah. So whenever it was her turn, she would not talk to me like a sick person. No. She was like, sis, I'm calling Niki dance, you know?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, look at you. Then I will do some face, look at you doing for me faces. Look at, you know, now she wouldn't give me that room. Ya kujirumia.
To sulk, yeah.
Yeah. She would give me stories after stories, you know? And we would laugh and I'll even forget that I'm sick. And now on the other hand, my grandmother, I'm getting emotional for that.
Okay.
Yeah, on the other hand, my grandmother was this saved saint. And she would read for me. Sometimes she would just start singing and sing and sing and teach me about forgiveness, you know, and tell me, you know, Jane, you, at the end of the day, you'll have to forgive. I'm like, don't talk to me about forgiveness. You know what? I look for those friends of mine who are they who knows who, ntawatafuta nawajua. Lazima pia atapata yake, you know. And it's like, she's like, no, you can't do that, you are not that, hauko hivyo. So there's this day I wake up, and now I can, you know, I can wake up, I can go to the washroom by myself, you know. It was a journey. I couldn't go to the washroom by myself. I couldn't walk because I was done for skin graft. So the skin was removed from my thighs so even my thighs were, you know, I was just, yeah. So this time I could walk. I was bandaged one side. So nikamwambia nisaidie Bible. Leo nataka kusoma Bible by myself. And the songs I could listen to radio about forgiveness, about the goodness of God, how God can turn beauty, you know, ashes into beauty, you know. So it was like a message all together, you know. Nikifungua Bible hivi. That day I opened the Bible like this, and you guess what? Romans 9:12. Leave vengeance to
me. Yeah.
Leave vengeance to me.
Vengeance is mine. Yes.
Yeah. So I call my grandmother and I tell her, okay, you were telling me something the other day. And she told me, okay, today I'm not telling you. Today I will ask you. I have an acid, kibuyu. I'm giving it to you. Enda umwage wale watu walikufanyia hivyo. Like, you are locked in a room. Can you do that? I was like, no, I can't. Sina hiyo nguvu. I can use somebody else to do that, but not me. It's like, yes, because that's not you. So forgive. Kindly. So
you let go.
I started praying. Letting go is not easy.
I can imagine.
It is not. I started now praying, you know. Naomba for God to give me grace, you know. For God to open that door now. Okay, now that you want me to forgive, what about me?
Still a journey, because we learn every day. But I'm super glad that you come this far. You've owned your truth, and you've not been stalked by anybody. You're still brilliant. You're still beautiful, like I said when we started.
Thank you.
Jen, you have used your experiences to try and help other people dealing with abuse in their relationships or marriages. And you do have an organization. Could you tell us a little about that and why you founded it?
While in hospital, I was like really thinking, what should I do? Like, I think there are so many people dealing with this. Now I started doing my research. Nikipata time kidogo, if I can look at my phone, I look at it for 15 minutes. And I realized, wow, the women, I was like, this is me. I was Jane. I had both my parents. You see? They were supportive. Our African culture, when you're married, you're married. There are some ladies who don't even have their parents.
True.
Ukiolewa, when you're going through emotional violence, whatever violence, hapo ndo utakaa. Like God was speaking to me. You know, now I became spiritual now. Now everything could happen. I felt God.
Yes.
Now I wanted to look at it on the positive side. And I share it with my dad. Now I'm back home. I'm sharing it with him. I'm like, you know, I want to do something. I don't know how it's done. I don't know how people open organizations, but I feel I want to do something. He even gave me like 4 or 5 names to kwenda kusearch. Unapata iko na mtu, and we stuck at one. And now we dubbed it Amua Mama Initiative.
Wow.
Yeah.
What does Amua Mama Initiative do?
Amua Mama Initiative, we do a number of things.
Okay.
We have access to justice, but my main focus when I started it was we were advocating against all forms of violence, especially domestic violence, because that's what I really went through. I even became a community health promoter at some point, so that I could reach the right people.
Yeah.
I realized, wow, it's not only domestic violence. It's like a lot. So we are advocating against domestic violence, sexual gender-based violence, and we're doing access to justice because there's some people who want their cases to reach court. They don't know where to start.
Yeah.
We are doing community engagement. We're trying to engage the police and the community and the administration or the chiefs, because some of them, you go to them with such a case and they want to do kangaroo courts. Yeah. So in a nutshell, we are doing that.
Yes.
And I realized that when you lack something to do, which, you know, at some point when I was married, I did not have money, finance. Yeah. So when you lack something to do economically, it also fires up, you know, that violence, because now you become dependent.
Yes.
So in our organization, we are also encouraging income generating activities where we train young women, because there are people who are married young, as I was at 22. Some are even younger. Some even left school, akaenda kaolewa. So they're even younger, 18, 17, 19. Akuna, ana anything. Anachapwa anakatwa hapo because akona watoto, akuna penye anaenda, hawezi rudi kwao. So we encourage income generating activities whereby we've started training the young women who are victim survivors of violence, on different economic empowerment activities like tailoring, dressmaking, baking.
How can people who would like to partner with you to maybe scale up this project to impact even more people, how can they be in touch with you?
For now, the organization is based in Migori County, but we really want to go overboard.
Right.
Yeah, you find us in Migori at our Facebook page is Amua Mama Initiative. You can check what we do. We are trying to build a website.
Yeah.
And my numbers are there. Our our information at the Facebook page. You can reach us via email.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is there anything you feel we have locked out of this conversation before we wrap up?
Just a nutshell. Violence is real. At that time, I didn't know that there was something called emotional violence. Now that I'm in this field, I have learned all forms of violence. I was suffering from emotional violence. I was suffering from financial abuse, and now stalking, you know. And also, when something like this happens to you, don't wait, because most people usually know that akinichapa ndio najua hiyo ni violence. No, you can be, something can be built from that sort of violence, and you start having mental issues, which I had started having. So when this happens, speak. But even after you leave, just make sure that you're untraceable if you suspect that this person is not yet done with you. Yes. Because also that's something that maybe if he didn't know where you stayed at that point, probably it would have been a different story. Yeah. But we learn from experiences. Yeah. And that's why we have the safe, we want to now have the safe space now. Yeah. Yeah, because this is what usually happens. Yeah. Jane, thank you so much for agreeing to share your story with us and traveling all the way from Migori to come and share your story with us, encouraging other people, women and men who are in abusive marriages, and showing them that this is not the end. When the relationship ends, it's not the end of life. Yeah. And to you, Tuko family, you have had the most interesting story ever from Jane. Are you there and you're struggling in an abusive marriage or relationship, you do not know where to start? Please reach out through the number that we shall put on the pinned comment. Reach out to Jane. See where you can be helped to exit or find a way to recover if you've already left. And thank you so much for staying with us till the end of the show. My name is Yvonne Kawira. Till next time. Thank you. Keep it Tuko. Baby girl, you've done well.